and it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis, Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle, and it's Carter in at the 3 spot. Randolph is screen. Off the screen. Allen's shot is off.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Cousins inside. He's against Randolph. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Green's checked in. The Kings have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Here's Gasol. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Rondo kicks to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Green. It's Gay with the drive. No good from Cousins.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Off the iron that time. For Sacramento, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Wasted no time on that one. Gay's got the game tied up here for Sacramento.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Screen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Gay. Bellinelli with the 3. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Conley dishes to Allen. Now the feed to Gasol. Nobody near Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Allen's got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. The drive by Rondo. Can't hit. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Average of double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
And Memphis making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Bellinelli. And yes, sir, that one drops. Bellinelli's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999, so it's a rare feat.
Back to Barnes. Memphis needs to get off a shot here, and he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Marc Gasol.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Rondo kicks to AC. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Good looking screen by Gasol. The turnaround Jay. Randolph missing again. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Gay. Excellent D there from Allen.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Gasol slams it in.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. Screen by Cousins. There's a screen. Barnes against Gay. Fires for 3. And it's Gay again missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Gasol, a screen on Rondo. Outside Conley. A wide open look for Gasol. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Goes up off the inbound, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Mario Chalmers picks one up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, 3-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
Collison, the pass to Caspi. McLemore dishes to Kufis. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Shots good by McLemore. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And for Ben McLemore out of Kansas, he knew he had to work harder after the Kings drafted a guy to replace him, Nick Stauskas. And of course, Stauskas went on to have Clark an even worse rookie campaign than McLemore had the year before.
Yeah, and McLemore actually on the uptick, very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out.
The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Right outside. Here's Barnes. Wright sets a screen. 5 to shoot. And here's Chalmers for 3. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's Kufis missing.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now. The Kings trail by 11.
Outside Collison. In the corner, it's McLemore. Sacramento again missing. And the Grizzlies shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And Chalmers kicks to right. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Sacramento's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Over in the corner, Lee. Sacramento grabs the miss. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Collison against Chalmers. Outside Collison. 5 on the clock. Here's Koufos. Connects on the 17-footer. Koufos has got it back down to within single digits for the Kings.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Green with a screen on Collison. And Chalmers kicks to Green. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Collison, the pass to Cauley-Stein. The shot is off. And Memphis the other way now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Green comes in for Barnes, and it's Carter in for Courtney Lee. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. And it's Green with the jam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
19 seconds left here in the second. And stolen by Chalmers. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Grizzlies lead by 17. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
DeMarcus, you guys seem to have a lot of opportunities to score, but have not been able to capitalize as much as usual. Is this something that you've talked to the team about?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots, and we can get something out of it.
Hopefully they're listening to your sermon, DeMarcus. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off, but they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.